Good Sunday morning, Chameleon Academy. Welcome to another meditation. The rain has given me a little bit of a break, and so we actually get some sun for this meditation. And today I want to talk about guarding your happiness while you're being part of the chameleon community. And I think this is an important enough topic because a number of people are very excited about their new chameleon passion, and that ends up being squashed when they get in an online community. Most of us know that within the online community there is a lot of drama, and it seems like wherever you get groups of people, drama follows, and you have all the courtroom type politics and such. So people have the joy beaten out of them because of the groups that they join. And I want to give you the message that that is not required. You don't have to be part of that toxicity to be part of a chameleon community. So I acknowledge that it may be difficult to find a place that is free from drama. I mean, every time you get people together, that's what you get. But there are so many different places online to hang out that you are likely to find some place that you fit in and feel comfortable. But even if it seems like it's hard to find a place that doesn't have drama, it's still worth looking for and going through the effort of finding one. And so I suggest join as many groups as you can find and see which one has a healthy community. Remember, the time you spend on social media, it defines who you are throughout the day. If you spend some time on social media or any one of these digital platforms, you should come away excited for your chameleon projects, what you're going to be learning next, what you're going to be doing next, what you're going to be experiencing next. There's so much excitement in the chameleon world, so much to learn. That is what you should be coming away from it with. If you are coming away from your time on social media thinking about responses to arguments that are going on or wondering who's going to win a certain battle, then that's starting to poison your life. And I mean, of course, it's fair to ask, Bill, why do you feel this necessary to talk about this kind of topic? You're here to educate about chameleons, not about social structure. The reason why it makes a difference is because the community loses good people when they get disillusioned with what they find on social media. And this is something very personal to me. I have spent so much time trying to nurture, create a community that would be fun to be at. And when it comes to chameleons, my idea for chameleons is I want it to be fun. I want to continue learning. And when I get caught up in all of these online fights, then it ruins that outlook. And, just like everybody, I've had times where I've said, is this really worth it? Do I really want to do this? And I mean, it just feels like every day is a slog and is a fight for progress. It was eye-opening when I finally realized the community doesn't want to come together. They don't want reconciliation for these different things that we disagree on. These groups enjoy having little empires, and if hanging on to one particular part of husbandry that they'll die on that hill fighting for, that defines them and they don't want to change. It doesn't matter whether the husbandry works or not, or whether it's pushing forward or not. All that matters is who came up with it and who is benefiting by getting whatever kind of expert recognition or what. So there's an enormous amount of politicking going on. And so this has been personally relevant to me because I have had to find my place on social media as to where is healthy for me. And those of you who have followed me over these many years, you will see that I have gravitated towards YouTube, podcasting, YouTube Lives. But these are all communities that I can create, and they're not like, Facebook is a prime example where you can create something, but then it's very easy for other people to come in and try to ruin. And unfortunately on social media, as with anything, whenever you create something nice, somebody wants to come and ruin it because, we can go into the reasons why people do that, but we all know it happens. So I have created a healthy space for me, where if anybody causes any sort of drama, they're quietly kicked out the door. I don't need that. It doesn't help me. And I present that to you. If there is somebody giving you a problem, block them. I know we're hesitant to block people because we don't want to miss something. We don't want to offend somebody. But I can tell you, in the chameleon community, there really isn't a whole lot going on. Of those 20 places that you are testing out, most of what's going on inside of all of these groups is just recycled information, just bouncing around and being repackaged. There are relatively few people in the chameleon community that are actually creating forward progress and working on new husbandry techniques. And the work of those people is then disseminated and then bounced around and repackaged and all that kind of stuff. And so if you are truly looking for information and where the freshest new information is, then find those sources. You don't need all of the repackaged stuff. And blocking anyone who is bouncing around repackaged stuff is not going to take away from your forward growth. I'm just suggesting that you view your time with chameleons as fun and jealously guard that enjoyment and happiness. And you're worried about what people may be saying behind your back? Who cares? I have got so many people saying things behind my back. When I hear some of these rumors, I just have to marvel at where in the world they came up with that. It's just what people do. And it doesn't hurt what I am doing to have people saying things like that. Granted, yes, some of it can be damaging. Granted, somewhere, sometime I may have to respond to some of the allegations or accusations. But I'm kind of in a unique position here. I'm very visible. You're probably not. You don't necessarily have that problem. And so if you don't have that problem, don't invite it into your life to mess up your fun with chameleons. So if you're just starting out, then try these different groups and see which one is healthy. The first thing for being a healthy group is, of course, they treat you right. They're nice to you, they talk to you, they are respectful of you. The second part is, how do they treat other people? Because the way they treat other people is the way they're going to either treat you sometime or else that is really who they are. And of course, on the other side, you may be the toxic one, and so you may be the problem. I don't know. We all have to figure out our place in this community. But jealously guard your happiness as you work within the chameleon community. I know I do. And yes, you hear people that want to say, that Bill, he's not as nice as you think he is. Well, yeah, that's true. There are definitely people out there that have seen the not so nice side of me. It is there, and me being kind and nice is just one aspect of my personality. And if you bring in some toxic elements, I'm not going to be a nice guy. And you can accuse me of not willing to listen to other perspectives all you want, but the fact is that through my podcast, I have interviewed over 100 people around the world, keepers, breeders, scientists, veterinarians, all sorts of people. I have a lot of perspective in my life, and I have taken all of those perspectives and I have meshed them in with what I have with Chameleon Academy, and I continue to talk to people. And so I would say I'm curating who I listen to. And if you're a Facebook person that learned from a Facebook person, I don't know what to tell you. It may be an uphill climb for you to tell me that my care guides are wrong. And so if I dismiss your comment on social media as to how my care guides are wrong, it may not be because I can't hear an opposing viewpoint. It may be because I am looking for a little bit more depth to show that you have done the depth of research that I have done to come up with that number. I am absolutely open to discussing any parameter that is on my care guides or any of the husbandry aspects that I talk about. But understand that those things were developed through decades of my personal husbandry and talking to people who have spent decades with their husbandry. So I'm willing to talk about it, but make sure you come to the table with that kind of intensity behind the research you have done. And then I am happy. I'd love to talk about it. But I'm kind of getting off track here. Let's get back to you. If you're a beginner, keep an open mind. The way to survive on social media is to not pick sides. You can go to all these different groups that are telling you that the other group is horrible and they don't know what they're talking about. That's okay. Just listen. Don't pick sides. Just know that everybody is going to say my husbandry is best and it's better than those other people, and those people have old information or bad information, whatever. So just listen. Go to that other group. Listen. Over time, you are going to figure out who the people are that actually create information. And then gravitate towards those people. Gravitate towards the groups that when you leave that group, you feel fulfilled, you feel excited. And then start pairing off the groups that when you leave that group, you feel like you want to fight. You've got your adrenaline going. You're feeling defensive. All right? These are things that are going to eventually sour you on your chameleon involvement. If you are intermediate, you've been here for a while, you probably have found places that you enjoy. On your side, how about making it a point to be the positive person for the beginners who are coming in? Oh, you know, the beginners, they come in and they show their setup that they're so proud of because they did exactly what the pet store told them to do. And you have to figure out a way to say, oh no, we're going to have to change some things here. And not only that, you can do that the first couple of times, but after you see that month after month after month, it's so easy to fall into cynicism and start snapping at anyone who comes with the pet store setup. The people that I am the most impressed with when I go on social media are the admins and moderators that are patient with the beginners. And can be patient with the beginners coming in with the exact same problems that they've already talked about over and over, month after month, yet they can still be patient with the beginner who comes in. This is the first time they've joined social media. And so they don't know that you've gone over this problem 50 times in the last month. And so those are the kind of admins, moderators that are the treasure of the community. And if you're an intermediary person, you've been here for a while, that's the kind of person you can be. Be understanding and kind without being condescending or self-righteous. The person who can go and help the beginner without bringing in some sort of, well, you know, I've been here for a while, I'll teach you the ropes type attitude, is going to make all the difference in the world. Yes, it's part of a personality, but it's also the decision that you make to be that way and to continue to be that way. And I know it's hard. But when I see someone like that who's able to continue doing that, that is a person with deep inner strength. And your goal is to become an expert in chameleon husbandry? Be an expert in helping beginners. Oh my goodness, that is 10 times more challenging. And if you are advanced, been around for a while, consider yourself an expert. I know we never like to use the word expert, and I'm not an expert, but if you're telling people how to take care of chameleons, or you feel you know enough to criticize other people who consider themselves not experts, then you're playing the role of an expert. If that's you, then you have an even deeper decision to make as to how you're going to take care of people. You have people who are looking up to you. Are you jealously defending your old husbandry? Are you gatekeeping and giving people just enough information that they can think that you're an expert, but not enough information that they can become an expert? These are all toxic traits. My definition of a leader is not how many people follow them, but how many leaders they create. And so with the Chameleon Academy, you're going to find that I hope that I'm creating a whole lot of other Chameleon Academies that are going to pop up in the next 10 years because they have been nurtured, strengthened, and have had an overwhelmingly positive experience. And so we all have a decision as to how we're going to interact online. And it gets a little bit different than interacting in person because we have a sense of anonymity and we're behind a keyboard, not face to face with the person. And yes, this is exactly the kind of talk everybody gets when they come onto the internet, but you know what? We're now talking about the Chameleon community. And we're talking about people that come to the Chameleon community because they want to learn and they want to have fun. I have seen the internet grow from nothing to where it is now. And in every incarnation of the internet, whether it's email listservs, to forums, to social media, there has always been this kind of power dynamics within the community. And there are people who come to the community and they want to fight, just like they fight in other aspects of their life. And there are some people who come to the community and just want to enjoy themselves. And I don't see that that's going to change anytime soon or ever. And so each one of us has to decide what we want to get from the community and what we want to bring to the community. And hopefully those two are aligned. I have to say that after many, many decades of being in the digital trenches, I'm very happy with where I am now. The community that's grown up around my live sessions and the chat group around the premiere of the daily vlog at 5 a.m. every morning has been a positive community. And I do realize that has to be guarded and defended. And so I invite you, if you want to have fun and be a positive member of the community, you're welcome to come by. And if you are a member of this community, I just want to let you know that I'm going to defend it. I'm going to make sure it stays a positive and fun place to be. Not only for you, but for me. Because now, when I log off of social media, I feel invigorated. I feel happy. I feel excited for the projects that I'm putting together to be able to share with my community. And so I thank you very much for being part of that community, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go. Take care of yourself, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time.
Party on, dudes!